Hi there, I'm making this little video update because thousands of you have been watching my first install video of the reversing camera and front camera on my Volvo XC60. In fact, I was stunned so many of you were interested. Well, I thought it would be worth doing a little update because I've lived with the system now for 6 months. It is absolutely brilliant. I wouldn't be without it in this car. And it's been totally faultless, and I've discovered a few little tricks and tips that I can share with you if you're thinking of installing this yourself. Don't worry, this isn't another hour video. I'm just going to show you my experiences of this setup and also tell you about another video series that I'm planning that you might well be interested in. So let's start by jumping inside the car. So you remember from the last video, once you're inside the car and the system is fitted, honestly, the car feels exactly as it would rolling out of the factory. There's no evidence whatsoever that anything's been done to the sensor system. It doesn't confuse the normal operation of the car in any way whatsoever. So I'm just going to start it up as you would any Volvo. Just as you would in any Volvo XC60, it all fires up straight away, nice and quickly. Now, once you're inside the sensor system, there are several ways that you can switch to the front camera. The first thing, I don't know if you remember, I fitted this little switch here. You can see the orange light showing that that's on. I'll be honest, I leave that on all the time. I never switch it off, it's always on. The first way you can switch is by pressing and holding the nav button, and that will switch straight to your front camera. But purely for convenience, and you can switch it back just by pressing the button, I find the exit button here is far more convenient. It's nearer and I can kind of feel for that without having to look down. That switches it as well. I also discovered, I think, is it media? There's so many buttons that do it. They don't all do it, but you have a few options, so you don't have to think, oh, nav, that doesn't really make sense. Pressing and holding media actually does make sense, because you have to remember with this system, you don't just have to have a front camera. In fact, I want to talk to you in a minute about potentially doing another video. You can have another video source set on the little box that I've hidden behind the carpet, so you can switch between sources by just pressing and holding the media button, and that kind of makes sense. Now, for those who asked about the camera button, sure, you press the camera button, it says camera is unavailable. This is a blanked off button, it doesn't have any writing on it. But yes, if you are a proper Volvo geek, you will know that that is the camera button and it doesn't work. You just have to live with the fact that you're saving thousands of pounds or dollars, and as a result, you just have to press that button instead. That's that one. Now, someone else asked me about when you're in reverse, obviously the camera pops up straight away. Here we go, we're actually going to do some moving. What happens when the radar kicks in? Well, there you go, you can hear the radars kicking in now, and sure, we can't see the radar little graphic thing, yeah? But, bizarrely, press radio, and there it is. So, you have the best of both worlds. You can either have your reversing camera, which is all I ever use, or you press the radio button, and you've still got your little radar display that pops up. And radio, radar, it's pretty easy to remember, to be honest with you, but you still get the sounds. So the combination of the sounds and the camera, I think, is the best option. And you can see, I mean, in this car, if I switch on the front camera as well, you can just leave the front camera switched on, so I can get so close. If you just tilt up at the window now, you would think I was about to hit that car. Well, because of this, it's good as gold. And again, straight to the front camera. You can just leave it in camera mode, so you can switch between front and reverse camera for tricky maneuvers there. And then you're off. In fact, look, doesn't it look cool? My kids absolutely love this. When we're driving along, you get this kind of this cool view, and I tell you, the kids really love it if you go through a car wash. So yeah, added entertainment with your Volvotech install there. Okay, I'm just going to reverse it back. At the end of the day, it's a really, really good addition to have for a car of this size. Everybody loves the idea of having a slightly higher up car, you know, the driving position that a 4x4 gives you. And well, if you're watching this, you'll know that the XC60 is one of the safest and probably one of the best 4x4s out there. Well, I would say that, wouldn't I? But it's absolutely superb all-round vehicle. So yeah, that's pretty much my little update for this project. If I know people all over the world are giving this a go. In fact, I'm really enthused to see how many of you have been commenting and talking about your own projects. I hope loads of you have taken the plunge and given it a go. Yes, it's scary, but I think it's really worth it, and nothing's more rewarding than a bit of DIY. Anyway, I've been thinking about what else I could do to the car that may be of interest, and I know lots of you are good at commenting, so please do give me your feedback, because these are my ideas. As you know, we've got 3 AV inputs in this system. So one's for the front camera, one's for the reversing camera, and we've got a third. Now that third AV input, we could fit a 12-volt DVD player, perhaps with additional screens in the back for the kids, but nicely fitted screens so they look as close to factory fit as possible. Or I could fit a media player that relies off of an SD card or a USB stick. Or my third and probably my most preferred option is to have a lightning connector for an iPad or an iPod or of course your iPhone. Now I would like to install that in the little glove box section, the armrest glove box if you like, so you could plug your phone in and then it would just mirror whatever's on your phone screen onto the dashboard. Now this could be brilliant if you've got kids, which I have. I've got a 3 and a 5-year-old, so they could be sitting in the back watching stuff off the main screen and potentially on little relay screens in the back as well. I also think it would be really awesome for things like Spotify. Effectively, it would give you at least 50% of what the new Apple CarPlay offers in the brand new XC90 and XC60 spec. So I'm quite tempted to give that a try. But outside of the Volvo XC60, I have a much bigger and much more exciting project on the horizon. Let me introduce you to my camper van project. Now this is a project I started on a whim 4 years ago when my kids were much younger. My business was in its infancy and I had a lot more free time. Now this has gone on and on and on, and it's driving my wife crazy, but as you can see I've already made some pretty decent progress. This is a very low budget project. I've been buying bits off of eBay. I've been, you know, wherever I can source these things, be it from car boot sales or whatever, I've just been going as cheap as I can to get this job done. The reality is I want a £48,000 camper van, or at least the facilities of a £48,000 camper van, but I'm hoping to do this one for about 12 grand. Okay, so it will have a double bed at the back, it will have 2 single beds at the front for my kids. It will have hot water and cold water running in both the bathroom and in the kitchen. It will have diesel powered hot air with an Eberspacher heating system, which I've already begun to install, as you can see here. That's actually fed off of the vehicle's petrol tank. I've obviously got the rotating seats at the front to create more of a living space. It's got a kitchen with an oven, with a fridge, with a hob. It will have a kitchen sink, of course. Then in the bathroom, we've got a toilet, we've got a shower tray, and we've got a fold-down sink with a pull-out shower and hot and cold water. Now, this is a huge project, and if I had any idea of the labour, the sheer amount of hours involved in doing this, I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't have started. But you know what? All of your comments and all of these views have enthused me to perhaps give it another push and maybe bring you along for the journey. So if you're motorheads, if you're interested in these weird and wonderful projects that I get up to, this might be of interest to you. I'm not going to stick it on this channel. I'm going to start a new channel. But yeah, do comment if you're interested. And you can see the van already is mostly carpeted. I'm quite a way through, but I do intend to break it up into little projects. So one week I'll be fitting the kitchen, one week I'll be fitting the gas box or the plumbing, etc. So they should be quite useful standalone projects for people either maintaining RVs, motorhomes, camper vans, or caravans even, or for those who are intending to just save like £30,000+ and do it themselves. Obviously I don't expect my spec to be quite like a £48,000 brand new motorhome, but there you go. Anyway, I'm rambling on as I do, but yeah, I do hope you join me for the camper van project. I will be back in touch. We'll do a little update to give you the idea of where you'll find the new channel. And until then, give me your thoughts on the XC60. That's not getting forgotten. I'm going to keep enjoying those cameras, and I still have plans to fit lots more AV stuff to this in the near future. So see you again soon. Cheers.